Hello, welcome back to Tired Format and welcome back to some Range Rover content. First things first, not my car sadly, I picked it up for a family member and I think it is the cheapest functional 322 in the country at the moment. This was £1,600, 3 litre diesel Vogue, 190,000 miles on it, but Epsom green over tan, so a really nice spec. And yeah, air suspension works, aircon's cold, drives great, gearbox is super smooth. But that's not to say it doesn't have faults. And today, I'm going to try and tackle nearly all of them. Quite a lot to do in one day, so I don't want to film too much of this intro, but basically, the list I have, starting from front to rear, standard grille, because this is horrible, got one in the back. Maybe drop links if I can find my jack or a jack stand to borrow. Definitely a heat shield underneath that's completely loose and making a horrific noise. I broke the instrument dials when I was fitting a new screen, so I need to replace those. What else? Oh, sunroof needs resetting because it's a bit weird position and it's on park, stopped. Siggy light is dead, so you can't charge anything from it. And the fuse is okay, so that's going to be a bit more investigation work. And the boot tail latches don't work, so I've got a few spare ones for that as well. And I think that's everything. I might even give it a clean after, if I can be bothered, or if it's not night time. So yeah, join me. I will start ripping the interior apart and doing those clocks first, because I'm concerned about those. Right, not sure how much you can see there, but welcome. So how did I break this? Well, I did the screen repair and didn't read the instructions properly. I didn't read instructions, that's how. You do not pull the needles off these because they pull half the motor out with them as well. And I did it 4 times because I'm an idiot. So 2 options, I can either use the used clocks in the back and swap the needles over, blah blah blah, but I'm just going to try swapping the clocks because I'm lazy and it's already done 190,000 miles, so having a little tamper dot in there isn't going to bother us in the slightest. Whether it actually works is another matter though. I don't know how they code these in. I've been told multiple things. They either work or they don't work or blah blah blah. But hey, these are only 40 quid, so let's give it a go. Right, so let's give it a go, shall we? Key in, turn, minus 31,000. There you go, we've got the tamper dot. Air suspension inactive. Don't think that's true. Okay, it starts. We've got ABS light on, air suspension inactive. What else we got? Interesting. Can I scroll through? I can. I'm showing hot off a tank. The idle's working. I've got a traction control light. Interesting. I think last time I pulled the clocks out it did this with the ABS and all that light. Took it for a drive and it was okay. Yeah, it's showing an error for air suspension, which is interesting. I put the old instrument cluster back in for now, which doesn't work. The other issue that I had was the range was showing wrong. It said 15 miles and it doesn't. So I'm downloading on my little reader over there some Land Rover software to have a little dig into it, because the air suspension fault is on this as well now, so I need to clear it anyway. But the next job I'm going to do is the tailgate, because that's easy, and then I'll do the heat shield, probably. That's interesting. Okay, I've been using a lot of this with the Land Rover software. It's actually quite good. It coded in this. Didn't fix the error for mileage, obviously, but it did fix the fact it couldn't work out the range and things like that. I cleared all the faults on all of the modules. There was a few like CAN bus error ones. I got it to relearn a couple. Air suspension fault's still there, and the ABS traction control stuff is still there. So I'll reread the codes. I'll redo the codes in a minute. Might get it to relearn. I think it was struggling to talk to the steering angle sensor, probably because it was a CAN bus error. I'll keep playing though. I've got to disconnect the battery for a bit while I figure some stuff out under the bonnet, so that might reset it too. I did also reset the sunroof using that, and yeah, like I said, I fixed the tailgate, so I have fixed some stuff as well as break it. I'm hoping a drive will recalibrate a proper drive, but I don't know. If not, when I get home I'll do the full air suspension calibration, all that stuff. But as far as I'm concerned, it's a CAN bus error with the air suspension, which is worrying, because it even is when I put that back in as well. So I don't know. Anyway, to the front. Oh, probably set my laptop off there, shouldn't I? Some odd additions on this. We've got this aftermarket grille, which is not held in very well. Extra bolts there. They put a battery isolator on here rather than fixing the battery. Once the battery was changed, don't need that anymore. They put V8 badges on the side, which have rusted in. They've got later things on here as well, but whatever. I'm going to go rip this thing off, fit the standard one I have. Hopefully all this gubbins for the thing don't give me too much hassle, but this means that random people in Sainsbury's car park can just disconnect your battery if they want, so I don't like that on there. But yeah, I'm going to disconnect. What is that? Mate, this is going to be fun. Self-tappy boys. Oh my god. See how this is attached? Can you see that? Okay, I mean, it's an interesting way of doing it, an old number plate bent round. I guess it works. Ain't stupid if it works, is it? Yeah, so it looks like there was a copious use of old number plate to create this contraption, which is funny. I'm guessing it runs quite far back somewhere there, so what I'm going to do is actually mount this somewhere different, maybe under the bonnet somewhere or somewhere in here, because I don't want to be dealing with that, like undoing it. I mean, I could just, to be fair, I could just connect these two up and call it a day, but that's a bit bodgy as well, isn't it? I'll see. I'll take it all apart and see what I think. Right. Right, I ripped all this out in the end. That was a pain getting that battery out. I don't ever want to lift a battery out of one of these again. Smell like it. Oh, yes. Too tight. Oh, I might have trim clips for that. Right, let's look under this thing, shall we? Find that. Just isn't too bad. These heat shields. Oh, well, that was easy. Yeah, that's not good, is it? Even this crusty anti-roll bar. Might have to put some. Oh, that is really nasty. Is that just dirt or? I have to investigate some of this and put a bit of rust protector on it, but otherwise, not bad. Right, heat shield removed, had to drop the exhaust a bit, but pulled it out. Gonna slap a load of rust converter on all this, and then try and wire in a new cigarette lighter and go home, because I'm bored. And then, been up here about 6 hours now. I put some of the rust stuff on the rear beam. There, looking way nicer. This is now working as it should. Cigarette lighter was fixed because it was the fuse, so that was easy. Put it all back together, which is brave, but hoping a drive might clear some of the faults I'm seeing. Bit of battery power in there. So we'll see. But yeah, scuffs and stuff on it, but that new grille, way better. No big screwy thing there. Yeah, as I was saying, rust. Look at that. Someone poked it with a screwdriver, that was a mistake. So, that will need doing. Bit there. And more down there, of course. So yeah. Cheapest in the country, comes with some caveats, obviously. But yeah, I'm going to drive back home now and see if any of the lights go out. I'll let you know how I get on. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I have cleared the codes. Oh, I'm just putting it in off-road mode now. I'll put it in neutral to give it a bit of help. I'm just currently testing out the four-wheel drive system. Four-wheel drive? Stick on there. Yeah, so what I did is I plugged in my scanner, this bad boy, which I'll put a link to the video where I've got this. Got it from Mercedes today. I just bought the Land Rover thing on it, and it worked perfectly. It even managed to code in the dashboard, which I was really impressed by. The instrument cluster. No, the mileage isn't the right, but all the faults that I had before I coded it in have now gone completely. There's no faults. It was showing up things like it couldn't work out my range, it couldn't work out how much fuel I had, it couldn't sort of put it all together. The temperature gauges have a problem. You read the fault codes and it was, you know, that it couldn't communicate with anything on CAN. But it's fixed. It also has the calibration feature for the air suspension on here. Yeah, it found some issues with everything on here, and it turns out it was a steering wheel angle sensor, and it allowed me to recalibrate the steering angle sensor, which has fixed everything. So, tickety-boo. Not many problems left to report. The only problem I found was that heat shield I removed. Yeah, that heat shield that was just sat on the exhaust, not the only rattle in this car. The disc shield on that front left is loose as well, so another job for me. There you go, the washer's on as well. So, yeah, successful day. I think this car is now worth at least £1,605. Let me know what you thought of the video today. I know you guys love the Range Rover content. There's more jobs to be done on this, as you saw those rear arches and things like that, and I'm looking forward to get stuck in, you know, charity case for the family member that I bought the car for. But yeah, stick around. There will be more Range Rover content coming. There's also going to be a few new cars coming. I've got some press cars coming. all that jazz. I've got a Nürburgring trip at the end of this month, so a lot going on. Stay tuned, please like and subscribe, etc, etc. Next time.